family. Travel is a very fun treat with the AG3 family. Taking off a 1, 2, 3 with the AG3 family. It's expat living indeed with the AG3 family. Sit tight and buckle your seats with the AG3 family.
Yeah, basta AG3 fam.
Bienvenidos.
Welcome
to another AG3 family episode. How y'all doing? ¿Cómo estáis? Hope everybody's doing good. In today's video, we're here to talk to our expats, the people who want to come to Spain, who want to know a little bit about it. So today we're going to talk about 5 things that can be challenging when living here in Spain or visiting. We're enjoying being outside. One of our favorite places to be. The kids are out. We're going to play and we're going to talk, right? Let's get into it. Okay guys, so the first thing that can be somewhat of a challenge here is the euro. All right, coming from the States, we all know how to use the dollar. We all know the value of a dollar. When you come here, you try to use the euro, it gets challenging. Just doing basic things. I mean, let's say go into the store. You have a list of things and you want to spend a certain amount. You may not know what that amount is going to be until you finish. You got to calculate and try to figure out what your total is going to be, kind of convert that to dollars. That could be challenging living in a place that devalues your dollar. That's what we go through here. On the flip side of that, where we stay is the south of Spain. We're living in a little pueblo, as they call it, but it's like a village. So in the village here, it's a city, but they call it a village. In this village here, the prices for certain things are a little bit lower than what you will find up north. In bigger cities like Madrid or Barcelona, down here in the south where we live in the Sevilla area, things can be a little bit cheaper. I think that's a benefit, but you still have to do a lot of conversions, especially when you get high up in prices. That's just more money to spend. So take that in consideration if you're going to come to Europe in general. Most everybody here uses the euro. We're dealing with it, but we've learned to live with it, learned to get used to it, and that's just one of the things that you run into being an expat.
Come on, sis. Oh my God. Ooh.
The second thing you will be challenged with here is the hours of operations. Here in Spain, mostly during the summer, they take what you call siestas. Siesta can be, it's usually around between 3 and 5 p.m., somewhere around that area. Most stores close down. The only thing that you will see open is maybe grocery stores, the supermercado. Those are open, but other than that, most things close. Restaurants, bars, if you want to go to like a furniture store, you know, those close down. A lot of times they don't advertise that online, and you'll look online and it'll say this place is open from 8 to 5 or 8 to 8 p.m., 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. But then they close for 3 hours in the middle of the day. And that's just something you got to get used to, because if you're not used to it, you'll show up and the door will be closed and you won't know why. Well, now you'll know why. They're taking a siesta, and that happens a lot during the summer, but I think they do it year round. I'm pretty sure they do it year round. I think we've just gotten used to not showing up at places between 3 and 5 because we just assume they're going to be closed. Most times they are. In the restaurants, they'll open up back up at about 8 p.m. for dinner. It's just one of the things that Spain does. You know, I hope I've saved you from the disappointment of showing up somewhere and seeing the business close. So careful with that.
Okay guys, so the third thing is the language barrier. That was a challenge for us to come to this country, to the country of Spain, not knowing any Spanish. So we grew up not only in the United States, but we grew up in Florida, where there is a huge Latino community and population in South Florida. So we had a basic understanding, or the adults, my sister, my husband, and myself had a basic understanding and level of Spanish, but it was South American Spanish. Now here, the Spanish in Spain is a lot different. I'm not gonna say, well, I guess you could say a lot different, to the point where it's called Castellano. It's almost like we had to reprogram ourselves. And not only that, but we live in southern Spain, Andalucía, and their accent is different than any other accent in the country of Spain. So when you're talking to the local nationals and they get really comfortable with you and they start speaking really fast and slurring the words, it made it a little bit more difficult for us to learn. But it's also kind of comical for us because we are from the South, so we talk Southern and have that Southern slang, and it's almost similar. We were nervous for our children going into the school not knowing any of the language, but they're young kids, their minds are like sponge, so they were able to pick it up very quickly. But so that's the third challenge, guys. Be prepared to, if you don't understand or if you don't know any Spanish, there's a basic level of English. You know, a lot of people understand English, they speak it, but not as fluently as you would expect. Even in professional settings, because in professional settings, people are supposed to have a certain level of English to where they can help you. But we ran into the problem where we weren't receiving that, which is fine because it forced us, like I said before, to learn a little bit more and learn a little bit better. So,
Okay guys, number 4, the fourth challenge that you can expect is the fact that you're an expat traveler. In Spain they call it extranjeros, which means foreign. Because you're foreign, it makes things difficult. Certain things you need what you call like a DNI. A DNI is like a social security number to be able to do certain things, just like you would in the States. For example, getting cable TV, getting internet, you need to provide certain documents to get these things. And if you don't have it, it can make it that much more challenging. Some people will take your passport and you might be okay. Just present your passport and that can stand in place of that. That's not always the case. Sometimes they just want that DNI. You don't have it. If you don't have a DNI or a NIE, N-I-E, we have an NIE. But even some places won't take that. They need a little bit more. For example, we tried to get a security system just this past week, and we had everything that we thought we needed, but they said that we needed a sponsor. Aaron, they said we needed a sponsor with a DNI to put their name on the contract, and we were like, well, what do we have a NIE for? That's just an example of something that can be challenging. So documentation, you need documentation to do certain things. Sometimes it gets challenging when you don't have it, and you just have to find another way. Most places, I do know, will take your passport, like I said, but be prepared for that, because that could be a challenge if you're trying to get certain things. Buying a house, renting an apartment, sometimes you need a DNI or a NIE for that as well. If you don't have it, I don't know, some people can do an under the rug deal with you and just say, hey, you give me the money, you pay for this place, we're good to go. And everybody's happy, all right? But that's not always the case. So expect that. That's number 4. Be ready for that. Okay, the 5th and to me the most challenge of them all, and a lot of you can relate, is the COVID restrictions. I know it's a sensitive subject. I know everyone has their opinions about this. Everyone's frustrated with it. I get it. We're just here to tell you guys what the situation is here and now, okay? So you'll know, if you're thinking about coming here, you know what to expect. And you can say, the AG3 family told us. They
right,
warned
from
us.
our experience, this is what we're dealing with as expat Americans living in a foreign country.
Right. So this is a Spanish laws. We're Americans, like she said. One of the biggest things is
It's called the COVID passport. The issue with that is, what's the issue that we run into, babe?
the biggest issue is because we're Americans. This is a Spanish COVID passport, and a lot of you know what the passport is. Okay, so it's in the Spanish medical system. It's registered through the Spanish medical system.
Right.
We as Americans are not in the Spanish medical system. So for us to obtain that QR code has been very hard. It's been very hard, and to obtain, you're supposed to go to a hospital. We know, and I've had friends that go to other countries like Germany, England, and they can go into a pharmacy and they'll do it right there. Not the case in Spain. Most places are supposed to take whatever form of certificate you can provide
From our country.
from the US. So
Right.
for example, they should be able to use the CDC card. It depends. Everyone's not taking what you provide. You can present the American card and some people are gonna say, cool. Some have said no.
Yeah, we have been refused. No, vale.
Sí, sí. La cosa es que por aquí no me pasa que me denegado. Es que no me lo permiten a mí. Fuera sí podéis estar, pero dentro no podéis entrar. Es ridículo, pero es que no puedo hacer otra cosa.
Vale,
Lo
entiendo.
siento, chicos.
This has not been consistent. Will it get better? I don't know. But it's just frustrating because it was set up for the Spanish people. And we're here, we're living here, we're working on the economy legally, and we have challenges with that. And I know I speak for other Americans who are here, they have challenges with it as well. And it sucks, but that's how it is. I know it's not including everybody who wants to really come to Spain and enjoy it. I know there's a lot of people out here who want to do it, a lot of our family who wants to come. So this is just for you guys to know. We have our own feelings towards it, along with a lot of other things.
And many of the rules and regulations are changing.
Yeah,
And
they're on a roller coaster emotion.
so we're riding a wave, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how everything plays out in the end.
Yeah, hope for the best, but hopefully by the time summer hits, that's all X'd. I want everybody, you know, we're a family of love, okay? And you know, we know people who've been in all kinds of situations, people who've lost people, people who've had COVID and survived it. We've survived it. You know, we have friends that survived it. Some people didn't survive, and my heart goes out to those people. But we're a family of love, and we want love to flow through the world. We want to spread that love, and so by doing that, we believe you should include everybody. Okay, everybody should have free reign to go where they want to go, and live how they want to live. Enjoy this country. It's beautiful, especially in the summer. So we hope Spain changes their stance and allows everybody to enter. And I just think it's fair. It's fair when you do that. You protect yourself, you be healthy. No one's talking about health. No one's talking about that. We're gonna talk about it. You know, take care of your health, exercise, go out, be active. You know, work those lungs, get them nice and strong. If you're young, do that. If you have the ability to do it, do it. Okay? That's my rant about the 5th challenge. Okay guys, so hopefully we gave you some very useful information from our point of view as Americans here, and hopefully it's useful to you. If you decide to come here, travel or live, it's not a bad place to be. There are worse places in the world. It's really all about the mindset. You know, you make your home wherever you are. Home is where the heart is, as they say. Live your life how you want to, okay? You only get one life, all right? I refuse to let someone tell me how I'm gonna live my one life that I have, you know? Come to Spain if you want to.
Or anywhere you
Yeah.
want to travel, you can travel. Just do your research on that place before you come, and then so that you can be well prepared.
Right. There are many things we can talk about. That was just a short list. Maybe we'll cover more things in another video. You guys have any suggestions for us to cover?
Leave
Tell
a
us in the
comment
comments and we'll get to it. Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for your love, your support to the AG3 family. We feel the love. We're so happy to have all of our followers, our viewers, watching little old AG3 fam. So Until next time.
Hasta luego.
Be blessed. And hike somewhere.
Oh, so that was 4.
Alright, that's 3.
My 3, your 4. How many points you got? 3.
Yeah.
My 3.